Okay, I'm gonna explain more about what I'm going through with my cancer treatments. Actually, right now I'm not. Um, they found a blood bacteria. They found a bacteria in my blood, and they were immediately put my chemotherapy and all that on the back burner because of the blood bacteria. So anyway, I've been getting an IV every 4 hours for the last, I thought it was last 2 weeks, but I guess not. But anyway, so I think it's next Tuesday that I have to get my blood, get my IV for my blood bacteria. And then after that, they'll check to see where it's at, to see if it's if the IVs I've been getting every 4 hours have been working or not. So anyway, so anyway, I will have them checked to see if I'm completely cured of my blood bacteria or not. They put my chemotherapy on the back burner right away when they found that out. They said that it wasn't. Oops. Shouldn't do that. Yeah, they said right away they were going to stop my chemotherapy as soon as they found it out, and I thought they'd be letting me go. I thought I'd be able to go home because of that. I thought, because that's the way it looked. It looked like I'd be able to take care of it on my own at home, and but so I could be with my family on Thanksgiving Day, which is a week ago tomorrow. And so I thought I'd be with my family with not being sick with chemotherapy, and I thought things would be great, That's what I thought. Yeah, so much for that happening. That did not happen. They were like, this is not a good idea. You should not leave the hospital to be with your family for Thanksgiving. I thought I could take the medication myself. I thought, hey, I thought no problem, but every doctor was like, no, we don't want you to leave. So I ended up spending Thanksgiving here. Kind of a bummer, but that's the way life is, But anyway, my sister, her husband, and my youngest brother's wife all drove up the day after Thanksgiving, and my sister put together a book that I will have another video on just the book, and we'll show a lot of the pages of that book. Yeah, but anyway, I will do that, and that will be, it's a great book, you know. I mean, she could have put more into it, but she wanted to get it back by the time for Thanksgiving. So she could give it to me either on Thanksgiving or shortly after. So anyway, yeah. It means a lot that she did that for me. It's just, lately, I've compared myself to my family, to my siblings, and there's just no comparison. My siblings have done so much better than I have in my life. And, I can't do, you can't do that. You can't compare yourself to somebody else, to anybody else in your life. Because there is somebody who you can do that to, and you will always come up on the short end of the stick, no matter who you can find other people, and you can, compared to them, be doing a great job. Your life is great compared to theirs. And so, I could do that too. I could easily do that too. Compare my life to theirs, and my life would be great compared to theirs. But comparing your life to somebody else doesn't do you or them any good. Because you can always find someone who's got a much better life than you do, and you can always find somebody who's got a way worse life than you do. There are guys here I could do that with. If I wanted to sit down and talk to them and, talk about what kind of life they've had, and compare my life to theirs, and it's like there's a lot of guys that haven't done nearly as much or gone through as much as I have. So anyway, so there is no point in comparing there's no point to me comparing my life to my siblings. They've been able to do a lot of things that I haven't. I'll have kids for one, get married, have kids, have a great job, once I beat my lymphoma, I don't know if I'll ever have a good job or a decent job after that. I have no idea. If I don't beat it, I'll never have a decent job the rest of my life. It's just hard sometimes when you compare yourself to other people. It's just not worth it. So my advice is don't compare your life to somebody else. Because there's somebody who compare your life to theirs and you will come up on the short end of the stick every time. You know, you will find somebody who's had a much better life than you have. And so, you know, but then again, there'll be people who you compare yourself to, and you will always come up better than they are. You know, you will be able to compare your life to theirs and you'll come out doing pretty good. You'll look at them and go, oh. So, this is why we did what we did. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Fall asleep. Anyway, yeah. It's just never does any good to compare yourself to your siblings. A lot of times. Yeah. Oh, I'm just so tired. I'm confused. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to show after I finish my Diet Pepsi. Empty. So anyway.
How do?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Where'd he go? Did he just take off?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Now, I already showed you this. You know, the bag that fills with my urine from my right kidney. I showed you that already. Well, I had a port, we call it a port, put into for medication to make it easier to put in medication and actually, oops, how did that get all? Anyway, here. Anyway, this is my port, and this is, you know, this is where the medication, they hook this up to IV. You hook this up to IV, and then medication goes through the IV and down into my arm. Right here, there's, I don't know if you can see that or not real well, but anyway, it goes into my arm, into a blood vessel or a vein or whatever. But anyway, it goes into my my arm, and you know. So anyway, I've got this kind of thing to hold, you know, to hold it in there so it doesn't so that the tape doesn't unwrap. But anyway, this is called a midline. You can see it on, well, You probably can't, but anyway, it says midline on this. And they just, and they use this for my IV, and for my IV, and this is how I get my IV drip, an IV drip all the time. So anyway, that's, but anyway, that's one thing they've done. Another thing I've done is had all my hair shaved off, and I don't like how I look with all my hair shaved off. I'm used to having a full head of hair and lots of hair. I'm not used to I'm not used to not having a full head of hair. About right here I'd start having hair and stuff, and it's like, okay, it's gone, but maybe I won't pull my cap off to show that I'm completely bald right now. But anyway, let's see. What else should I say about my treating my cancer and my blood issue? Let's see. It's not easy. This is totally not easy at all. Tomorrow we kind of have a meeting to talk about my care, talk about what's going to happen after I get out. Am I going to go home back to my apartment? Am I going to go to my parents' place? What's going to happen? Some people probably want me to go to a nursing home and stay there while I've been getting chemotherapy and stuff, but I think, what is the point when I can call somebody up and have them pick me up to give me a ride to the appointments, and if I need to go, if I want to go somewhere, I can just call a cab and have them pick me up and give me a ride to Cashwise or Walmart or some other place that I want to go to. Why don't I do that? Pay them a couple bucks. Pay them like $6 to give me a ride there. So I don't need to pay 55% of my income to the nursing home down in Lisbon just to stay there and pay people to do things for me if I can do myself. Why do that? Okay. That would be a waste of money. That would be a total waste of money if I did that. If I did that now, it would be a waste of money. And so I am 100% against that. Yeah, they would help me get to appointments, at the VA, but You know, I mean, it's like, what's the point when I'm paying 55% of my income to do things for me that I can do myself? You know, if I couldn't cook for myself, I couldn't, you know, do things for myself that I'm paying them to do for me, you know, then I'd agree with that. And say I probably should pay them to do that. But that's not the case. That is not the case at all. You know, by the time I left over a year ago, I was completely able to do almost everything that they did for myself. You know, I mean, I eventually, I had a nurse come and do my meds for me. Eventually Sanford was like, why are we sending someone to have him do his meds when he can do them himself? So they quit doing that, you know. So Sanford quit doing that. They were just like, okay, what's the point of sending us to him, you know, having a nurse go to him to do things he can do himself? What's the point of that? So they said, forget it. We're not going to do that anymore. You're on your own. You can do them yourself. And that's what happened. I did it myself. I didn't need someone from Sanford, a nurse from Sanford, to come and help me with them. That was a waste of money to pay them to do it. Well, actually, I didn't pay them. Somebody else might have. Anywho, you know, things that crap, this is such an old video. Oh man, I'm tired. Should go back to my room and take another nap. Yeah. Cancer is a never-ending fight. It really is. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting so tired and so sleepy. I really should go back to my room and take a nap until about 5 and get up and have them, you know, put some more medication into my arm, you know, yeah, for my blood thing. I'm gonna get up at, you know, then finish it at 5 or shortly after, and then go eat, you know. Let's see. Yeah, my blood bacteria's got to be pretty, has to be pretty important for them to put my chemotherapy on the back burner. Oh man, I'm just so tired. So tired. Oh, 3:30. Yeah, it's only 3:30. Oh, here. Check out the t-shirt I got for you on Veterans Day. Thank you. Anyway. Almost a brain is the land of free. Thursday, 2018. Anyway, there are a lot of people there are a lot of people who aren't going to be leaving. Can you see that? VCSU Vikings. School I'm proud to say I am an alumni of. Anyway, cancer's no joke, folks. It's like, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah. I really don't know if I'll be here next year or not. I have no idea. I mean, we shouldn't plan for tomorrow, but especially if you get cancer. You got cancer, you don't even know if you're going to be around tomorrow, much less, a year from now. That's the way it is. That's a new reality. My new reality is having no hair as a shape at all. It was either that or it was going to all fall out. And I was going to end up leaving a mess everywhere I went. Everywhere I laid my head down. So it's like, okay, cut it all off. Take all my hair off instead. Yes, anyway. Oh man, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Thought that was. I'm not trying to rock this back and forth. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. But anyway, you really think about your family and friends. But most importantly, you think about God. When your life gets to the point where you don't know if you're going to be alive in a year from now or not. I could just as easily be dead in a year. 2019 Thanksgiving, I'm not here. That could easily be a fact. But anyway, that's the honest to God truth. Who knows what could happen? Cancer for my lymphoma could come hopefully these again surround my right kidney and kill my right kidney and spread throughout my body. That could happen. I hope that doesn't happen, but it could happen. The room where I'm filming this in is just absolutely beautiful. You get such a beautiful view of everything here. You know, so yeah, you can see the view from, you know, and let's see, and yeah, back here. Oh, yeah, back here is, I think, is the Red River. It's like in one of these, you know, where there's water. Yeah, anyway, it's the Red River, and beyond that is the state of Minnesota. So you can see the wall there behind me. You can see the wall. And you might be able to see where the river is. And beyond that, yeah, you can actually, oh wait a minute, there you go. Oh yeah, over here. Wait. Over here, oh, oops. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job of it, but anyway. Back, let's see. Yeah, there you go. You can see some of the water where the river curves, where the river bends. You can see some of the river there. So anyway, that is the Red River of the North, and beyond that is Minnesota, the state of Minnesota. Before you get to the Red River of the North, you are in North Dakota. And I am in North Dakota. So anyway, this is a beautiful place, beautiful view. But anyway.
You see it from downstairs, but it's like, yeah.
With this video, anyway, talk to you later, bye.